to get started, let's take a brief look at the SDG website, which, as I mentioned earlier, is going to feature quite strongly and prominently in this program. For the next minute or two, I'm just going to go through the SDGs and outline the number of targets associated with each one. So you can see the website there, https://sdgs.un.org. So they've them laid out in a way that makes it very easy for me to present them to you in the format that we use for this program. So we've got people, planet, people, prosperity, planet, and partnership at the bottom. So the first 5 goals can be described under the theme that we use as people. So goal 1, no poverty. Goal 2, zero hunger. Goal 3, good health and well-being. Goal 4, quality education. And goal 5, gender equality. On each of these, if you click, you will see that it gives you some information on them. It gives you the full title of them, the number of targets, and if you actually click on it, it will bring you through and give you an overview, which we will go through in detail later on, some targets and indicators, and it describes them in detail, which we go through as well, and also some information on the progress and how each of those are getting on or progressing. So for target 1, there are 7, or so for goal 1, there are 7 targets. For goal 2, there are 8 targets. Goal 3, there are 13 targets. Goal 4, there are 10 targets. And goal 5, there are 9 targets. So that's the SDGs associated with the people theme. So if we now look at the prosperity theme, we look at SDG 7, which has 5 targets. Affordable and clean energy, ensure access to affordable, reliable and sustainable modern energy for all. Goal 8, decent work and economic growth, promote sustained, inclusive and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment and decent work, 12 targets on that. Goal 9, industry and innovation and infrastructure, build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization to foster innovation. Goal 10 is reduced inequalities, 10 targets, reduce inequality within and among countries. And goal 11, make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe and resilient, again 10 targets. So the next theme then is planet, and we're going to have, we have 5 here. So this one here is goal 6, ensure the availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. There are 8 targets in that. Goal 12, responsible consumption and production. 11 targets, ensure sustainable production or ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. Goal 13, one which I imagine everyone is familiar with, whether they realize it's goal 13 or not, climate change and climate action. Take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. 5 targets in that. Interesting that there are so few in that, but that is something that we will be looking at later on. Life below water. Conserve and sustainably use the oceans, sea and marine resources for sustainable development. 10 targets in that. Goal 15, protect, restore and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, combat desertification and halt and reverse land degradation and halt biodiversity loss. 12 targets. So we're now down to the last theme, which is partnership. Now you will notice on the SDG website in places that they use the 5P approach: people, partnership, planet, peace and prosperity. We have combined peace and partnership into one theme, and we've called it partnership. And we kind of do believe that, of course, to have partnership, you really need to have peace. But of course, as you will probably remember from Unit 1, sustainability can be framed in many ways. We have chosen this particular framework for a number of reasons. So we have peace and partnership rolled in together in one theme. Goal 16 is peace. Promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable and inclusive institutions at all levels. Really important, and that in many ways does underpin peace or partnership. In order to have partnership, you must have this trust. Goal 17, strengthen the means of implementation and revitalize the global partnership for sustainable development. 19 targets. So they are, in a nutshell, the SDGs, and you're very welcome to this module. So I look forward to seeing you in Block 2. Thank you.